Hello, and welcome to the Couch Potato Queens podcast, or as I like to call it, Ben publicly coming out as Jag Bane's Stan account. Good for you, Ben. I am Mackenzie Gray, and I am your hostess with the mostest for the Couch Potato Queens, and I am joined, as always, by our extra special guest co-host, rejoining the Queen's Couch, the one and the only, Joseph Collins. Hey.
I got my star was on a couch.
Woo. So, how is everybody doing tonight? Hi. It's funny, Vince realized his girlfriend dumped him. Yes, I plan on bringing that up, Sophie Duffy. That was...
Oh, math was mathin'.
Yep. Miranda saying, why did Ava wait so long to drop those truth bombs? And funny enough, Joseph Collins and I were texting earlier because I have to submit press pool questions during the show. And that was one of the questions that you actually asked me to ask is, what was up with the House meeting that was called earlier today?
Yeah, because they always go off the air at around 5-ish Central Time is when they cut the feeds. But like right before they cut the feeds, Ava was just like, all right, House meeting. And she says, I'm going to burn it all on my, or she said, if I'm going to go out, I'm going to burn it all down on the way out. And I was like, oh my God, we're not going to get to see this because I didn't think they'd have time to edit the footage.
I mean, yeah, that was crazy. It makes me want to love Ava, but then I remember all the shit she talked about Rachel. So then it just kind of like, then it makes me feel like, okay, she really is trying to get, she thinks that's going to get her America's favorite player. Like, that's what I feel like she's angling towards.
But you think about all the shit that Matt Hardiman talked about Rachel, and that, or is Hardiman or Hoffman? I think it's Matt,
Hoffman,
the brigade. Yeah. You think about all the shit he talked, and he officiated their wedding. Like, they're still friends, and he's still Team Rachel. Reagan is Team Rachel. Like, at the end of the day, Rachel knows a lot of this is for TV, and she's just gonna look back at it and laugh. She's heard worse from better. And honestly, I think a lot of it's guilt. I'm kind of over just hating on Ava for anything other than her being someone who slept the whole game. Hate on her game. Like, don't hate on her, how she grieved Rachel. Like, that really was, other than Will, her best friend in the house.
True. Joe Bosa said, kudos to production for editing it. It was about 5:15 Eastern when they cut it off for good. It just sucks today when they cut it. But yeah, I was very surprised that production put that in. Like, good job. Joseph says also, of course, Kenzie won't love Ava. Production looks stupid for letting Morgan reveal that damn text.
Oh, that was so funny when they, like, she's just like, oh, we're live. Because normally they try and sneak things in when they go off the cameras, but they know that Mr. B isn't there to scold them because he's running the live show. So they're like, we're going to talk about whatever we want, just like it's an HOH lockdown.
Girl. Amanda says, what was that text about? I was so confused. You want to explain?
So you generally, it's not like an email process. It's not very anonymous. Casting is very hands-on. You know the people who are casting you, and a lot of the times you're being cast for multiple shows, and they just find which one's going to be the best fit for you. Like, Jesse Tannenbaum works on all of the big 3 CBS reality shows. And so he has a whole casting team. And so someone in casting sent Morgan a text that was meant for Ava. And Ava's an alternate, which I'm not surprised about. She was a good alternate. Claire was an alternate. Joseph from BB24 was an alternate. Being an alternate doesn't necessarily mean anything bad.
Which, by the way, we knew because Ava's boyfriend posted on TikTok the other day a video basically where Ava was going to the airport and she's like, well, I'm either going to go to California for a week and have a good vacation or I'll see you in 3 months, you know.
And we never knew. I was wondering why she was saying that, and I thought it was either like, oh, she's saying I'm going home week 1 or I'm going to the end. I that just kind
But
of
it said
crossed my
in the
mind.
text on the bottom, it said she was supposed to be an alternate.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Jofi Duffy wants to know who we think the mastermind is. I think it's the intern.
I think it's Andy Herron
That might be, yeah. Could be.
because of the veto at Final Five. Little Weasel Andy. I was like, that's a little spot on the nose there.
Yeah. And then we find out that we're gonna have Cody Cauliflower hosting the jury roundtable.
Is Taylor just booked?
That's what, like, why give it to Taylor only to give it to her for one season and take it away? Unless they're going to start having a different Big Brother legend do it. But I can think of better than him.
Maybe they're like trying to avoid any like resentment with some of the bigger named alums because Taylor has a show. Taylor got to host the roundtable. Taylor's doing the Amazing Race right the hell now. Like I'm gonna have to watch it later, but
yeah, I got it recording. Yeah, and I don't know. Danielle Reyes posted on X the other day, and she's like, I've said I'm available. I've asked to be available, but still they won't book me to do it. Word, mama. I kudos. Yes, I think you should do it. However, you have to remember she was just on the Trader, so she's probably still under contract where she can't go on anything.
No, Trader's contract is only 6 months. All of the NBC Peacock stuff, because that's what Kim Mattina told us. All of it's only 6 months when she went on Dealer
Months past when it ended, and didn't it end in April? So May, June, July, August, September, October.
Oh, okay. I thought it ended in March. It did end in April. You're right.
Well, even if it did end in March, even if it did, then September, and we're in September, so right now would be 6 months. So yeah, it's right there. So I
think she may have just missed out on it, but then again, you don't. Everyone just assumed that was Taylor's gig.
Yep.
I mean, she's with the broadcast journalism degree. She may not be the best winner ever, but she's the best ambassador for the game.
Yes.
Right now, she's the best winner in the sense of she grew the game. There are more people watching because of Taylor.
Yep. Miranda says it's going to rotate every year. Okay. Well, then I might be okay with that because I kind of got tired of seeing Dr. Will, but I don't know. I feel like Taylor is good for the unlock whatever show they're doing on Fridays. I think she was a good fit for that, but I did not enjoy watching her last season for the jury roundtable. It felt forced.
Yeah. She played a little bit too much devil's advocate. Dr. Will straight up just he was all about nasty gameplay, all about trying to prevent a bitter jury, but then even he couldn't prevent BB-19 from happening. Those people came in and they were ready to crucify Paul.
Miranda asked earlier, do we think Keanu went to jury first and then came to the interview with Julie? No. If you notice, the exit interviews are always done from a hotel room. Those have not happened yet because as soon as they're done, we usually get at those pretty quick. So I would say he's still staying in a hotel, and he will probably be in a hotel tonight and probably tomorrow. They will probably do interviews for him and Ava tomorrow, and then they will probably go to the jury house so that they can go and do roundtable.
Well, they've already filmed him going into the jury house. They already have. Yeah, they showed the footage at the very end when they were showing the whole jury at the jury house, just so they could get like a 2-second clip of Rachel looking fucking amazing. They showed everyone entering the jury house. They showed Kelly at the jury house, then Keanu walking in. I'm like, so I don't know how they're doing this.
I did not see that mine cut off completely, so I didn't see the last 3 minutes of it. Let's see.
So maybe
Jerry O'Connell is the mastermind. I am fucking dead.
He could be. It very well could be. I mean, you give him something for filling in last year on such short notice. He was not a bad interview, by the way.
No, he wasn't. And Ava Pearl was surprisingly very weird on the stage. It's kind of like a kid hocked up on candy. Did you notice that? She's like, yeah, what, huh? We're going to watch videos. And Jill's like, over my shoulder. She's like, over where? Over my shoulder. Okay. Oh, over here? It was just weird.
It's a bit disorienting, I guess. I don't know. She did look a little out of it. Like, she thought maybe her Vince exposed party might work. It didn't, but it's got Morgan thinking, that's for sure.
Mary says, what scares me in the round table is because Cody is hosting, and I don't doubt that he would want Vince to win for reasons. I think that's a legitimate concern. And I'm just going to go ahead and call it right here and right now. It may not happen this season, but if what Miranda said earlier is true, and they're going to be rotating in people to do this, someone's going to fuck up, and someone's going to say something they're not supposed to, and someone's going to taint the jury.
Yeah, you're gonna end up with outside information that was not in goodbye messages, like, exposed to the group. Like,
if Big Brother was smart, they would get rid of what's the fucking cop's name? Derek. They'd get rid of Derek because nobody likes him. Keep Taylor because Taylor's getting breath, but bring in Rachel for some stuff. Because
or Brittany.
So many people love seeing Rachel. I know some people didn't like seeing her play a game, but she's good TV. She brings in the viewers. And give her a hosting gig doing some stuff. Like her and Taylor together, I think would be fun to watch.
Did you sit through Brittany's TikTok vigil for Rachel with the candles where she had like little like candles that you light at the Catholic Church with all of the faces of the different people, and she's just like, these are your demons, we got to get rid of all of these demons, and here's our precious Rachel. Like, give Brittany Haynes just a full-time show. Like, I would pay to have that wine or wine segment be like a Brittany Haynes corner where she just says something instead of Franzel like toasting. We just get like straight sarcasm and bleeping out of Brittany's mouth.
Yep. Let's see. So I want to go back to a comment. Let me find it really quick. It's funny that Vince finally realized his girlfriend dumped him. This was on last night's episode.
The Vorgan hours have been so good.
You know, the video or the meme that was going through my head when he was sitting there on the stairs was that of like someone just looking and you see like math equations going across the screen. And I was like, oh, he's figuring it out.
That meltdown lasted like a full about like 36 hours. It was 36 straight hours of Vince like crying and freaking out and like putting it all together. And it was the Vorgan night. Like there are some nights where you just like, you'll wake up to pee in the middle of the night. You'll just like check your phone, like turn on the feeds for half a second. And then you're just invested because it's Vince and Morgan having a fight at 4:00 in the morning.
Yep. Yeah. And it took his family video for it to realize his parents did his. What do you fucking expect? You've been sitting there talking about option one with a girl, but even before that, you've been giving long, passionate hugs. Going in.
He called her a variable. That's why they went with the math thing. Is he called her a fucking variable?
Yeah. I'm just gonna say right now, y'all are all my witness. If Mackenzie is ever with somebody that goes into a game like Big Brother, Survivor, whatever, and they're in there and I'm watching out in the world real time what's going on and that motherfucker's cheating, you best believe I'm catching charges. Because I will fly, quit my job, take whatever money I can, I will get the biggest vehicle I can and go 100 miles an hour through whatever barricades I've got to go to, going right up in that house, honking my horn. You remember me now, motherfucker? I might go to jail for life. But fuck around and find out.
That's kind of been the motto of the season. Fuck around and find out.
Fuck around and find out. Ben says production gets 10s for weaponizing this. I love me a good cheating scandal. Same. Same.
And I'm surprised they didn't weaponize it sooner. This shit's been going on for like a month and a half.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And let's see here. Human Body says, Joseph, we have to rig America's favorite player for Rachel.
Speaking of which, I'm doing it right now. I'm going to do it with you guys. If you're too dumb and you don't know what a hyperlink is, just Google AFP voting. Big Brother. Comes right up. It's the first result. And I'm going to do my voting right now for Rachel. And I'm going to watch a stupid ad. And you're going to watch a stupid ad too for 5 extra votes for Rachel freaking Riley as America's favorite player.
Here we go. Let's do it together. AFP, Big Brother. Bloop. And then bloop. Then
And you just scroll down. You gotta sign in.
Who's your favorite? We're gonna go down to Rachel Riley. Oh, you're gonna click it. It's gonna ask you to sign in. Which email address have I not used here?
You can vote daily. Yeah, and you can vote daily.
Oh, I didn't know I could vote daily. So here, let me do this. Accept the terms and conditions. And we're gonna just uncheck that I want marketing. And
also, something that certain people didn't know, Ava put her real email on her socials, and people are using it to vote for Rachel.
Then once you do that, there's this little watch ad for an extra 5 votes, and we're going to do that, and we're going to watch that ad for an extra 5 votes.
You don't even have to unmute it. You don't even have to unmute it.
Yep.
It will be for the road every single time.
And we're just going to watch this for a second, and as soon as it's done, you're going to get an additional 5 votes. And if any of you do this to vote for Vinny, I swear to God, I will kick your ass.
Are we doing it on the chat? Chat? Am I seeing anyone saying, yes, we're doing this right now? This is your call.
2 more seconds. 1, 0. More votes obtained. Go back to vote. Scroll back down. Click on it again. And click vote. Ta-da! That easy, ladies and gentlemen. That easy. Let's be real. Brendan wants Rachel to be America's favorite player because he is a baby that she wasn't given. It's not that she was given 100K. Anybody would be mad about it no matter who it was, even if it had been Keanu. We are not a game where people are executed.
Eliminated. Yeah, or executed.
Yeah, we have you play for HOH. If you don't win HOH, then you might go up on the block. The HOH nominates however many people for eviction. You then get to play for a veto competition. Then, if you don't win veto competition, you're still on block. If you win, you can take yourself off. Whatever, blah blah. We all know how it works. That did not happen.
They had a damn blockbuster this season. So
I wouldn't even be so mad about it if we continued that for the rest of the season. If each week, instead of all this other shit, they had a whatever will competition they're going to do, and it was the exact same way, I would not have bitched about it.
Well, if you look at it, I think that was the plan this week. I think that was the plan, and I think everything this week changed because all of the initial videos of the mastermind talked about a sacrifice. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, we're just going to do standard things, except I did like the face-to-face voting with the voodoo doll. So that was a nice little touch.
Yep. Yeah, it looked just like my basement. That's what my basement looks like when I have my voodoo doll out of Sophie Dophie, and I'm poking it with a needle, going Sophie Dophie, Sophie Dophie, Sophie Dophie. Sophie Dophie wants to know, I have a question. How far would Morgan, Vance, and Ashley have gone if Queen Rachel didn't get eliminated? Not far.
Very far. Well, if she didn't get eliminated, I think it would have went top 5 would have been the judges, because everyone kept saying it's a fake alliance, but it's only a fake alliance if the people in the alliance with the power say that it's fake. And all of the people who had the power said, this is a real alliance. And so Vince had to be dragged screaming, going, okay, I guess this is a real alliance. But it would have been, Rachel would have been the best positioned player in the game, because the boot order would have been, it would have been two pairs. You'd have had Morgan and Vince, and Will and Ashley, and Rachel in the middle to play them against each other.
Yep.
And I don't know how vetoes would have went. Morgan probably still would have won them, but that would have just meant that the boot order would have been Will, then Ashley, and then Rachel, Vince, and Morgan in the final three. Nothing about this season would have changed significantly, except like someone else would have went home on the White Locust, probably Kelly or Keanu, and then the boot order would have just continued. Lauren, then would have been Lauren, then it'd have been Kelly, then it'd have been Keanu, and then it'd have been Ava. And your final five would have been the judges. Because that's who held all of the HOHs for the past month since the double eviction.
Miranda asked, do we think Morgan is actually having second thoughts about Vinny or no? No, she's stigmatized.
Well, no. On these feeds, Ashley has been putting in her work. Morgan is actually mad at Vince right now. Like, she is actively, like, considering taking someone else, taking Ashley to final two. At these seeds that Ashley's been planning, that conversation they showed was like Monday before the veto had even been played. And so she's been working this for like 3 whole days. And she's just about there. And she, like, that's her goal. She said, I'm okay with getting second place to Morgan, but I can beat Vinny. And she can. And even Morgan has a tough road to hoe with Ashley.
Look, from your lips to God's ears, because I cannot. That man, I would love to see that happen. I would love to see him cry on finale night, because his final 2 out of the 15 that he had didn't pick him.
It's just like he was like listing all of the things in the DR yesterday. So I'm going to lose the game. I'm going to have no girlfriend. I'm going to have no money. I'm going to be unemployed. He was just like listing, yeah, no, that's what's going to happen when Morgan cuts your ass. And she'll beat Ashley either 4-3 or 5-2, but it's a little bit closer than people think.
He should be used to that by now.
I think if Ashley wins, she'll cut Morgan and she'll win the game. I think if Vince wins, he'll cut Morgan and Ashley will win the game. So really the only way that Ashley does not win the game, in my opinion, is if Morgan cuts Vince.
Yeah. Like, I don't... As much wins as she's had, and so many of the jurors have the perception that she has ran everything. Like, she ran Vinny's HOH. She did all this other stuff. I don't necessarily know that I feel like under any circumstance they're going to give it to Vinny.
She was the neck of the household for 4 weeks.
The only way Vinny would get it is if Ashley is sitting right next to him at final 2.
The only way Vinny...
Or to Ashley, sorry.
Vince can't win next to Ashley. Ava's not voting for him. Keanu's not voting for him. Will is not voting for him. And Rachel is not voting for him. That's 4. And that's enough.
I also don't think that Lauren would vote for him.
No, I don't think Lauren would vote for him over Ashley either. I think Lauren is fine. Like, she spends enough time in that jury house with Captain Will. She's going to get a debrief on like what a good game player Ashley actually is.
Yeah, Ashley's definitely got more cheerleaders for her, now that I think about it, than he does.
He has no cheerleader. Even the people who we think would vote for him don't even like him. Like, none of them are enthusiastically voting for Vince. Andy Herron screwed over 9 out of 9 members of that jury. And every single one of them went into that jury house very enthusiastic about Andy. and 7 of them voted for it.
Yep. Well, and I think what they're not taking into consideration too is with Ashley, with her being a lawyer, it's going to be very hard sitting next to her on the final 2 to out-talk her.
They don't know. Will is the only person that knows. Well, Rachel knows too. She told Rachel in her, when she was dry heaving. She actually almost threw up when Rachel went home. Like she was crying so bad she was gagging.
Yep. And Miranda's right. Lauren was starting to see it based on her exit interviews. Yeah, you're right. So
Vinny is drawing dead. He is literally drawing dead. No matter which person he's sitting next to, he's a loser.
Hold on a second. I need to go ban.
Yeah, Ben.
Give me just one second. Let's see. Ban. Asshole. Ben, I'm sorry. I put you in timeout. I don't know how long that lasts for.
5 minutes, unless you undo it. If you redo it at the lowest mark, you'll be able to make it the lowest mark.
Hold on, I feel bad for it now because I actually like Ben. So hold on, let me go and do it. Love you, Ben.
I'm not sure you can.
Hold on. There we go.
There was someone that came in from Jolene's channel, all caps, woohoo, and then I didn't know who they were, so I just clicked the ban button. And I was like, oh nope, this ain't it. Then I felt so bad because they were just talking about their sorority, and then I realized that they were also in the same sorority that I think Chelsea was in last year. Either Chelsea or Taylor, one of the two.
I think I fixed it. Anyway, love you. Sorry, Ben. I was just picking. But yeah. Let's see. Oh, what was the hold on, let me find where I was trying to think of for that. Oh, here we go. Let's look at our where we stand at.
Well, Frank's going to win the draft likely. However, Josh does still stand. Josh ain't drawing dead either. None of these people are drawing dead.
Is February. Yeah, Frank, I think is winning. Well, I mean, Josh could. I don't think he will, but
If Vince is stupid enough to cut Morgan, I mean, not stupid enough. He's not winning either way. It's just, do you upset your new possible girlfriend, or do you try and keep her? That's really I think he's realized he's playing for $75,000 at this point.
Yep.
And that actually is pretending to.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. For me personally, I'm just over this entire fucking season. I'm sick of it. I'm ready for it to be done. I'm ready for it to be over with. I don't know. I'm so fucking tired of all of the fucking bullshit.
And the dancing lobsters. I'm right there with you. I was so grateful. 83 days seemed like the perfect length, but then they found a way to grind everything to a halt, and then still somehow sped up the game, and it still felt slower than ever. Mm-hmm. The last few weeks have felt slower, even though we had 3 people leave.
Yep.
4 people leave since last Thursday. 4 people left this week. From eviction, from bell to bell in this eviction. The double eviction, Keanu and Ava.
Yeah.
A majority of the jury left in a single week. And it still has felt slow as hell.
I don't know. I'm just sick and tired of constant. I don't know. It's like none of them knew how to play the fucking game. And then, like, what we were talking about last week, and we were like, none of them are doing jury management in their videos. And now all of a sudden they started that this week. But it's like, I don't know. It just, a lot of it just feels too little too late for me. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, none of them were doing well. We never saw Ashley's videos either for
Yeah.
her goodbye message to either Lauren or Kelly. We never saw Ashley's videos. So I don't know who's said what. I feel like we were robbed of seeing. I guess one of the big things that we were robbed of when Rachel left is Rachel goodbye messages. We did not get to see Rachel's jury goodbye messages and how she would have handled that. And I'm a little disappointed with that because I kind of wanted to see if she went back to BB13 style or if she like kind of graduated. I think Morgan did the best job with her goodbye message. Ashley will still get her vote, but if it's Morgan and Vinny, Morgan's goodbye message to Rachel was probably the best goodbye message of the entire season.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Okay, Ben's back.
love you. Where was Miranda? Yes. I will be here, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to talk Joseph Collins into joining me. And hopefully we will be able to get V, Frank, and Josh on as well. But they are all working, and they've got a lot going on. Gonna have to ban you again. Yeah. So hopefully we'll be able to get him in. Frank did promise that Frank would be here for the finale, so I'm pretty sure he will be, and I think Josh will too. And hopefully we'll be able to get V, and Dakota may or may not jump on as well, just to say hello to everyone.
Also, I would just like to congratulate Black women everywhere in advance on your third win out of the previous 4 seasons. Like, it's going to be a Black woman again. Like, people said the diversity initiative didn't do anything. No, just let people of color play their games. And yeah, your back-to-back winners were Black guy, Black woman, Punjabi Indian guy, Black woman, and now another Black woman. Like, don't tell me that when you make up half the cast and you have it like actually look like the demographics of the country, that it doesn't make sense.
Yep. Sevadovi wants to know if Dakota wasn't she's supposed to be part of the season recap. No, Dakota does not watch Big Brother. She said she might try to watch something or an episode or two, but by the time I got to where I could actually talk her through some of it, it was too late for her to start trying to watch it because it was the middle of the season, and y'all all know what that would be like trying to start in the middle of the season. And Ben said he might join. Join, Ben. Like I said, open invitation anytime.
Well, Dakota next year, I'm gonna have Dakota converted to the live feeds. It will be their religion. They have the time for it. She is like right there. I'm like, girl, all you got to do is like just leave it on in the background. Does she have cats or dogs?
She's got one dog, and then she usually keeps a second dog, which is her mother's, and so yeah. So she's usually one or two around all the time.
I'll just sell her in the Anna Pals.
Arter, I will say Morgan victory. Yes, I'm glad. I would be good with the Morgan victory. I would be good with an Ashley victory. But if Vinny wins, I'm done.
Vince can't win. I don't think he can. I think he pawed himself.
Then Ben says, my girl Dakota's tired after all the drag race Kenzie put her through. Child, that was a lot. But
dragged at the end. It really dragged at the end.
We may or may not be having a new co-host joining us for Drag Race for this next season.
Are we making an announcement?
If you would like.
So as it stands right now, I will be joining Kenzie and Dakota to win Drag Race.
Yay! Yeah, I like pulling in people with Drag Race who have that knowledge of previous seasons and are just like stands of it and can just pull a reference from 15 or 20, episode, like seasons back or season 1 and pull a reference and be like, oh, this was what was done. Love stuff like that. And I love that we're like one of the few Drag Race podcasts that actually covers it to the extent that we do. I mean, I know several people do, but
like heroin addicts, that's what we cover it like yes. Inject it right into our veins.
So let's do predictions. What do you think is going to happen?
I think Morgan and Vince are going to kiss before Sunday. That's my prediction. I think Morgan and Vince are going to kiss by Sunday, and if I'm wrong, then that means Ashley will win the game because that means Vinny will cut Morgan. If they do kiss, it's over. Ashley is not going to win the final HOH.
I think they will do it before Sunday on the feed.
Yep.
They apparently don't know the feeds are there, or they do and they're just stupid. Yeah, I think that's going to happen. I'm
Team Kelsey, though. Like,
I'm going to predict that it's going to, hopefully, I'm going to say Morgan and Ashley win the first two. And it'll be a showdown between Morgan and Ashley.
I think Morgan is more likely to cut Vince. I think that's the most likely scenario. Ashley will be in her ear. And even then, it's still a toss-up whether or not Morgan wins this game. Like, I can see any of them winning it. Cody hosting that jury roundtable, I was counting on Taylor doing it. I was like, if Taylor hosts a roundtable, Morgan wins. But if Cody's hosting it, Cody ain't never done this before.
Arena says, do they play part 1 today or tomorrow? Honestly, I think they play part 1 either tonight or early tomorrow. And then because they have to have enough time to set up for part 2, unless they just do it in a different area, like in the basement.
I will have to check chat BCC, and I'll see, because normally Pluto TV will post in there like, hey, there's going to be an endurance comp live on the feeds. For part 1 has been endurance, I think, since season 7.
Are you smoking crack, Ben? No, I don't want Vince to get 75K and second place finish. I want him to get third place. Did you not hear me earlier? I want him. Ben, I blocked Harry and Andy Heron on chat BCC. Wait, BBC or BCC?
It's BCC.
Okay. I was like, chat big black cock. What?
No, Ben's just got the BBC on the brain. Remember, it's not just good for Doctor Who people.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Morgan and Ashley winning the first 2 competitions. I don't care which. And it'll be a showdown between the 2 of them. Hopefully. And then I'm hoping that Vinny gets sent packing. That would be best case scenario for me, because I would like to see him cry and walk out of there with absolutely fucking nothing. Because
also, before we go, can we talk about how ass this Days comp was? It was awful. They didn't have to name days. They just had to remember what order everything happened in. This wasn't like every other Days comp where it's like, name the day this happened and then add them all up, or like do it as a combination lock or something. No, they had the day number in front of them. But it was so dumb.
I hate slider puzzle competitions like that. Hate with a passion. I would have fucking Rachel Riley and the hamster wheel would have been Mackenzie doing that puzzle thing with the slider puzzle. Hate.
Rachel could have won that one though, because She knew her days better than anyone. We all saw the cough drops.
You know, my hope is that when they're, okay, look, I'm just going to say this because, we're watched by a lot of people. So if you're a former house guest that was on this season, please do me a favor. At some point when they're talking about this season and Julie's like, so what was the most surprising thing for you for this season? Because it'll be right after the votes and everything else before they announce who won. Please, for the love of God, please, for me, I will love you long time. Please just say, I think the most surprising thing is when Vinny's girlfriend broke up with him and he doesn't even know it yet. I will stand you for the rest of my life.
Jimmy, where are you? He's the only man enough to do it.
From Couch Potato Queens, even if it's Catherine, I will put Catherine Potato Queens. It's your channel, like 100%.
I think Jimmy's messy enough to do that, and see, Big D would have done it.
If it's Riley, I will suck his big cowboy dick. I don't give a fuck he's problematic. I like problematic men. That is more of a turn on for me. You got 10 baby mamas and you got no credit and you got no job.
We know it works.
Yeah. How do we...
Morgan wins. I think she takes Vince. If Ashley wins, she cuts Morgan. If Vince wins, he probably cuts Morgan as well, which gives, on paper, Ashley a 2 out of 3 chance of winning this game. But Morgan is so comp dominant, it's more like a coin flip. Ashley has a 50% shot of winning this game, and so does Morgan.
Do we think Cody Califury hosting the jury roundtable is actually going to be able to get a word in edgewise, or do you think Rachel's just basically going to take it over for him?
No, Rachel's going to run the jury roundtable. It will be Rachel and Keanu will run it jointly, and Keanu's not going to play devil's advocate because he learned his lesson. Like the last meaningful words out of his mouth in that house were Rachel was right.
I cannot wait to see that, because when he comes in and he's like, hey, Rachel, I'm so sorry. You were right. I was wrong. Bitch, please. His brother, yes, I'd fuck the shit out of his brother, but I wouldn't suck his little flaccid cock to save his life.
Well, Polly looks like he'd ruin your credit, and Cody doesn't, and I think that's the difference.
Polly looks like he'd ruin your credit and your hole, and then ask you to ruin his.
I mean, gotta love him. No, that's not allegedly. That's not. He's out now.
I've watched the OnlyFans next.
Yeah, no, he's out now. Like, so.
Yeah, Mary, Riley. Yep. I like them bad boys. I like the ones that are gonna, I'm not gonna say that. That'll give me so much trouble.
Very demure.
Very demure, very mindful, very, but yeah, he might give you something that, but as long as Ajax will take it off, or, penicillin, let's go for it.
I'm going to go get my swig real quick and put on my sacred
swig.
No, my sacred garments, and we're gonna pray, Kenzie. We're gonna pray to the God that Whitney prays to.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sucked a lot of cocks, and it has been 3 days since my last oral swallowing.
Yeah. Joey has left the group chat. Just
purified. Baby, I am pure slut.
God, this is for those who are uneducated swine. This is a bit from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives that they did in like episode 4, where the whole bit was like them sitting there drinking their soda, acting holier than thou, talking about how Whitney left the group chat, and they just did a whole episode about how Whitney left the group chat. And if you have not watched Secret Lives, you really need to.
She is such a slut. She's such a bitch. I'm going to church tomorrow. I'm wearing my sacrament right now. I'm wearing my special Jesus panties.
That's kind of like what I feel like watching the Vorgan stuff on Maine, because it was like, this is the stuff that I enjoy privately, like watching it, and it's like me and all the Blue Sky people, we were just like sitting there talking about it. We're like, there's no way they're gonna put this on the show, so it was like kind of our own inside joke thing. And then we saw Vorgan on Maine, and not just Vorgan on Maine, like the Vorgan that we were talking about on Maine, and we were like, oh, I feel like I've had my Grinder DMs like published.
Ben, we know you are holier than we are because we've seen your whole pics on Grinder. And Miranda, as part 1 of HOH, usually an endurance. I can't remember. I think both of them are endurances. Part 1 and part 2, usually.
Normally, part 1 is endurance of some kind. Part 2 is some sort of puzzle dealing with people.
Endurance puzzle, though. Well, not endurance, but it's like a lot of running around and trying to, yeah.
It's like a name the comp puzzle.
And then the last one is usually a Q&A.
About the jury.
Jury member said this.
Yeah.
Who would have to win on Sunday for Kenzie and Joey to rant? Why would the other queens say, who would the other queens say shouldn't win? How's the draft? Well, maybe we just looked at the draft.
Frank's going to win.
Frank's going to win the draft, more than likely. And I mean, Josh has a 20. I'm going to give her 20%. Josh has a 20% chance of winning the draft.
I'll give her 50 because I think Vince will cut Morgan.
Yeah. Well, and if she doesn't win anything, and if Vince gets it, I feel like Vince will, cut Morgan and take Ashley. I feel like, either way he's going to lose. But I feel like Morgan will probably dominate because that's just been how it's been, and Ashley's really not won anything. So, as far as what would the other queens say, who would the other queens say shouldn't win? I don't really think any of them have watched enough or care enough to give it a flying fuck one way or another. I can tell you the
world hates Vince. The world generally. If Vince has a hater, it's me. If he has one single hater, if he has no haters, I am dead.
Hate is a strong word. I don't know enough about him to actually hate him, but do I think he is despicable scum of the earth? Yes. And would I go purchase gasoline if I saw him on fire in the street to engulf it a little bit more? Yes, I would.
I don't hate Vince. I'm a hater of Vince. I'm like, I like to shit talk him. Seeing him sit there like twirl his mustache during the nomination ceremony, like, God, I hate this man. He's not even rootable. Like, I can't even root for him. He's not Danny Reyes. He's not Andy Herron. Even Paul. You could at least make a case for rooting for Paul. There's nothing redeemable about this man.
I will say, though, if you want to know my personal opinion, because I do all of the graphics here, I have the house guests ranked at the bottom based off who's left in the house. So out of the 3, they are placed there based off of how much I like them and want them to win. So Ashley, Morgan, and honestly, I should just switch Vinny and Rachel because I would prefer Rachel to win from jury. That would be iconic. If the entire jury is like, you know what? None of them deserve it. We're gonna write Rachel's name and then do a Bended La Creme.
Just do the whiteout.
Yeah, do whiteout and write on there Rachel. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I would totally be down for that. I know there's 2 people watching right now that would not be down for that because, they would be completely against it. But I'm down.
Because they're contrarians. They're just contrarians, and they're just there to have the contrary event. They've not had one. A couple people in the chat have not had a single good read on the house itself, much less like what is and is not entertaining. Yeah, you're entitled to your own opinions on what is and is not entertaining, but they have people called harbingers of failure for a reason, and they're the people who always pick the products that are destined to fail, like the orange toothpaste and things like that. And you may or may not be one of them. And if you find yourself disagreeing constantly, not with every single person who covers any sort of reality television on every single thing, no matter what the show is, you might be a harbinger of failure.
Yep. Miranda says casuals are pushing hard for Keanu, America's favorite player. And some people have been hiring bots to go and click to, for it too. And I've seen some reporting of a lot of votes being thrown out because they were fraudulent.
Yeah, well, Rachel fans are going to do the same thing. It will even out in the end, no matter what. This is a two-way race, people. Do not vote third party.
And you probably have, Ava's boyfriend out there, doing his 10 votes and being like, oh, this is going to make her win. And you know what? Good for you, boo. Good for you. You
what was
support your woman.
Yesterday? Like his parent, it looked like he was being held at gunpoint by Ava's father.
That's what I would imagine somebody would look like if they were in a shotgun wedding. Let's see. They need to change the title because after Cam, Tucker, and now Keanu.
Tucker was a favorite. Tucker is already doing another reality show. Like Tucker was genuinely entertaining, and Keanu's entertaining. Like I'm not going to be mad at it if Keanu wins over Rachel. I'll be disappointed, mostly in production, particularly in the casting department and such. But I'm not gonna like revolt. This isn't Cameron. This is definitely not Cameron.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I didn't really care that Jag won either, if I'm really being honest with it. Like, it is what it is at that point. Like, he won so much that I wasn't surprised he got it.
And Mary, you're absolutely right. It is giving Valentina.
Yes.
Fan favorite, everyone. Fan favorite. Even though we knew Valentina had bought it.
My mask on, please.
Yeah, and Valentina used bots for that, or not Valentina. Valentina's fans were, I want to say, Valentina's fans. Valentina didn't have anything to do with that, but her fans are nuts. And they were like bot farming the hell out of that miscongeniality in season
9. Change the title to Casual's favorite player. Yeah. But I mean, I don't think there's as many casuals that watch this as there are true fans that are like, Twitter and Blue Sky fans. I believe they outnumber the casuals, in my opinion. And they're the ones that usually vote. Like, out of the casuals, you may have a 10th of the casuals are actually going to go through the effort to vote.
Whereas, casuals aren't even going to watch the ad for the extra 5 votes.
Yeah. Whereas the ones that are watching it like religiously, that are Twitter and that are Blue Sky, they are going to sit there and they're going to vote every single day. They're going to know what time they can vote. They're going to go and click their votes. They're going to watch the ad to get the extra votes. And they're going to use 4 or 5 different email accounts to be able to get those votes in as well.
On different devices. Make sure you use different devices.
Yes. Yep. Well, we're about to go and just end this tonight because I don't think there's much more that we can talk about with it. Let's give we will be back here on Sunday night, following the following the announcement of the winner of Big Brother 27. And who do you think is going to win?
Not Vince. I honestly don't know. My money, if I had to, if there's a gun to my head, Morgan. But I think Ashley has just as much of a shot as Morgan because Vinny is a slimy piece of garbage.
I think Morgan, yep, is gonna win. And I'm fixing to have to ban Ben again because he said, speaking of voting, everyone vote for Elaine Hendricks on Dancing with the Stars. No. Whitney Levitt. Whitney is an amazing dancer this season. She's
back in the group, people.
Yep. Miranda says, not Vince. Ashley has a shot, but Morgan. And Don says, Vincenzo for third.
If this was Survivor and it was Final Three, Vincenzo would be our 0 vote finalist.
Oh, please.
Also, his name is not Vincenzo; it's Vincent, and his parents called him Vincenzo in the video because that's what Ava keeps calling him.
Well, it must be so disappointing for them to watch their son on TV and be like, oh, maybe he's going to actually go in there and win this money and he can move out of our house so we don't have to pay. Oh, fuck. Oh, he's being he's being himself. Oh, God. God damn it. Ben wants to know, Kenzie, can we talk about how horrible Zac Efron's brother's dance skills are? Oh, my God.
This is what happens. This is what happens. Oh, no, it's awful. It's bad. It's not as bad as Corey Feldman.
No, it's not as bad as Corey Feldman, but Corey Feldman went home. Spoiler alert if nobody watched it. Sorry about it.
Yeah. A 4 or 5 will only get you so far.
Dylan's dance moves are giving. So, like in high school when you had sex for the first time and the person you had sex with, lost it to was a virgin and they were trying to do all the little moves that a virgin. He's giving virgin dance moves. That's what he's giving.
What I'm not getting is we all saw your brother. Did he not teach you the little dance that we're all in this together?
Yeah, you need to call your brother. You need to call somebody. You need to call a gay man to suck some soul into your dick or put it in your ass because you need
for fuck's sake. Come on. And Bob knows Monet. You're both Traders alum now.
Girl. He needs
Speaking of which, Traders will be back in January, and we will be covering the shit out of the Traders. I have not even seen the previews for it, but I can tell you right now, just based on how competitive she is and how good she is at reality television, and on the competitive side, not necessarily even just on the talent side. And she's still very, very talented on top of that. Monet Exchange is my 100% my front runner for this upcoming season of the Traders because she's a Big Brother junkie. She's a Survivor junkie. She is a Traders junkie. She's the one that told Bob to do the Traders.
And she had the opportunity to watch what Bob did wrong and to learn from that.
And Monet is just as loud and just as likely to run a round table as Bob is.
Yes.
But Monet can pull it back, just like she did in All-Star 7 when she was just like, okay, we're going to do this Twinners alliance, and we're going to do it well. And she made her and Trinity, they stuck to that crap, and they both got to the finale.
Yep. She, Monet is good TV, period.
She's also just good TV. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. I'm also looking forward to House of Villains. Whenever that comes on, I'm going to be covering House of Villains as well.
Can we just call it New York's House of Villains at this point? I really think that they just need to change the title and just call it New York's House of Villains.
Yep, I agree. But I'm going to be solely watching for Plain Jane. That's the only reason I'm going to be tuning in for that motherfucker.
Tiffany Pollard's going to end her.
That or Tiffany Pollard's going to, they're going to work together and they're going to love each other. And they're going to be...
She is all of the girls.
Look, Ben, you want to join and you can help talk about House of Villains every week because nobody else wants to do it. Yeah. I also, yes, I agree, Miranda. I want them to make Donna Kelsey a traitor. 1,000 fucking percent. I really wish they would quit making people villains on the Traders. I wish they would quit making people traitors on the traitors who are people
Already,
you would already be a traitor to begin with.
Dan
Like,
Giesley,
I would have loved to have seen Chriselle be a traitor.
Chriselle, Bob was not a villain. That was a good. Bob was probably their best call last season on as far as a traitor. Like Danielle Reyes, look, it is a testament to what a good game player Danielle Reyes is that she made it to 5 because she was the most obvious pick for a traitor that I have ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And she still made it to 5. Or to 6, sorry.
Just about that Monet was given the opportunity as a social media personality to play the first ever Survivor Media Day. 8 social media personalities were given the Survivor treatment for 36 hours. I did not know that.
Does not surprise me, and I bet you Monet did very well.
How did Monet do in that, Joseph? Yeah, and Miranda says that for Travis or for Mama Kelsey, no one would ever expect her to be a traitor. Exactly.
The 3 traitors
don't want to target her because of Travis Kelsey and Taylor Swift. No one's going to want to piss off Swifties.
Yeah, so it's going to be your 3 best traders to give it the best season and the best odds of the traders going far are going to be Monet Exchange, Donna Kelsey, and Rob Sesternino. Rob Sesternino is just good at games.
And Ben said Bob was horrible, and Boston Rob ended him. Yes, but Boston Rob also ended himself. Boston Rob was horrible at the traders. Horrible.
He outed himself by getting rid of Bob the Drag Queen.
Just about said, I haven't seen the whole thing. I was just shocked. I think she did well. Not surprised. Oh, and just a little gold tidbit, like if you have time, go and search. I can't remember the name of the show, but it's Drag Queens, Dungeons and Drag Queens, or something like that. But it's Bob, Monet,
Dimension 20. It's Dimension 20. It's Dungeons and Drag Queens, and
yes.
it's I think it's all on Dropout. It's either all on Dropout or most of it's on YouTube.
Yes. Monet Exchange, Jujubee, and Alaska Thunderfuck. And they are all playing Dungeons and Dragons. It is.
And they're real rules, like nothing condensed for them. It's really good.
It is funny as fuck. Like, so fucking good. Watch it.
I have a hoodie that I bought from that campaign, and it's just a fairy, and on the back it says, I put the Kant in Constitution.
Love it. But yeah, so as far as what y'all can expect, because we're about to end Big Brother, we have one more episode, and we will be done. Thank God. It's been a lot. Probably the next thing is going to be Secret Lives of More and Wives, season 3. Before that happens, Dee and I may or may not jump on and do an episode or 2 to talk about season 1 of Secret Lives of More and Wives, then talk about season 2 leading up to season 3. We are definitely going to cover Bachelorette with Taylor Frankie Paul. We will also be doing
Are you covering Bachelor?
Yeah, we're going to cover The Bachelor because Taylor Frankie Paul. We'll be doing Drag Race, of course. We're going to be doing House of Villains, and we will be doing The Traitors. So,
be some busy
ones. Yes, you should. I'm just
short.
Gonna...
Season is 8 episodes, I believe. So, like your first season, you can get right through it.
I will. I'm going to preface it with something. Give it about 2 to 3 episodes to really get in it, because it starts off with a lot of stuff happening. It's really hard at the beginning to kind of understand the characters. And one of them changes hair color 2 or 3 times, and her husband changes hair color 2 or 3 times. So you just kind of have to kind of get used to all of the personalities. I would say give it to the ski trip, where they go on a ski trip.
The truth box.
With the truth box. And that's when it really kind of starts clicking. And once you get there, you're going to be hooked. Like the first episode is good, but it's not.
It feels like a like they didn't know what the title was going to be. Like it was just going to be about. I'll just give it away because it's in the first 5 minutes. It was just going to be about like a TikTok swinger scandal. Like they were going to look like it did not. It seems like they did not know that they were going to do a full television series just based on the pilot.
Yep.
Like it's going to be one episode or a documentary movie or something.
And I also want to, preface it by saying this too, Miranda. Prepare yourself because you're going to watch season 1 and you're going to get so invested in these characters that you're going to be like, this is my ride or die. This is the girl that I love. This is my bitch. This is the real bitch right here. And then season 2 is going to happen. You're going to go like,
it's going to kick you right in the nuts.
Wait,
just
I liked her. That cunt. Oh, can I take it back? Yeah, it's complete. Yeah,
it's like heel turn. It feels very WWE. Like every season, you're going to have your heels and your faces, and they're going to alternate them pretty well. So it's better than Housewives in that aspect because Housewives, your heels stay heels and your faces stay faces.
And there's constant backstabbing. There's constant cattiness. All while, oh, we're Mormons and we love Jesus and He's our Savior and I'm wearing my holy garments.
And we're on Mom Talk. We're on Mom Talk, guys.
We're Mom Talk, girl power. Let my girl. And then you bitch. Like it is just so much drama rolled into one. Season 3 comes out in November. So if you plenty of time to watch it and get into it and love it. Tails and faces, I understand that language. No. Good. See, you're already halfway there. And then it's gonna piss you off because you're gonna be like, I could do this for a living. Why do these bitches making all this fucking money? I could be fucking trashy as fuck. Yeah. Gotta ask. Y'all, this is the portion of reality TV. I'm gonna fix some talk. I want to talk politics for a second. What the fuck was going on with Charlie Cook's fucking funeral? Looking like a WWE SmackDown for the crown for title belts.
It looked like you should have had sponsorships on the jacket like it was NASCAR. Like it was very corporate. It was very for the likes, for the clicks. None of it was mourning him. All of it was okay, let's just keep pumping money into this machine, into this billionaire funded machine, even though the face of it's dead. It was awful. It was morbid. It was like trying to milk a dead cow. Like,
Don, I refuse to watch. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched 5 or 6 minutes of highlights.
Yeah, I didn't even like the bastard, and I feel it was an insult to his memory. And like,
100%. Like, I want to make it clear just for all you fucking haters out there. I think it's tragic. I don't think anyone should lose their life for speaking up about their beliefs. I believe we should live in a country where we should be able to agree to disagree. And I think Jimmy Kimmel said it best the other night, is you don't have to like what I say or agree with what I say, but you do have to agree that I have the right to say it and I have the right to say what I want to say.
And to be clear, though, that does not mean you are free from the consequences of your actions. Not you personally, Ken. Just for people in general. It is not a violation of your freedom of speech for me to call you an asshole when you're being an asshole.
Correct. 100%. And like Miranda said, he was a podcaster while the pop in circumstance.
I don't know. Would we get this with Mr. Beast died? That's what I was telling my family the other day. I'm like, this guy was the equivalent of the Mr. Beast of politics. That's all he was. He wasn't anyone important. He was a podcaster. He was a YouTuber, and he was an internet personality. I mean, Where was this kind of what happened? Where was this energy when Matt Pat left YouTube? Like, where was this energy for Matt Pat? Justice for Matt Pat.
And I'm just going to say this. You know, I'm getting off of it because I don't want to turn too political with it. But what pisses me off is that this man has been placed on a pedestal for simply having his own way of doing it. It's not like he was a great person to begin with because of all of his views and opinions and all that other stuff. Like I said, I don't believe he should have died. That should never happen. That should never be the answer. However, the hypocrisy, if you're going to get upset about his death, as we should, and you're not upset about the school shootings that happen and all the children that are getting shot up, if you're not as upset about the Democratic state senator, her husband that got shot and killed in Minnesota, if you're not upset by what happened to Nancy Pelosi's husband, and you're not as outraged by those things as you are this, you're very fucking hypocrite. And you know, when you walk, and I'm gonna, God forgive me for saying it, but my fiance was murdered 3 years ago. After that happened, I was not okay. I was not I don't even remember the first month. There's no way I would have been able to go out on a stage and give a speech of that magnitude without losing it. Thank you, Dawn. Melissa Hortman, let's say her name. That is the Democratic representative from Minnesota that lost her life and her husband and their dog. But his wife or his widow walked out on the stage, and I saw her acting like she was crying a lot, but I never saw actual tears falling from her face. I don't know if it was the confetti. I don't know if it was the sparklers going off as a pinwheel.
Look, we all watched Jim Bakker as kids. We all worship the ground that Tammy Faye walks on. Those tears were real. Jim's were not. And I'm not going to attack and say that she was not sad, but I am going to say that this entire event was there for the same reason that Jim Bakker is there. It's all for the money. It's all for the show. It's all to
people had to pay to get in.
Yes, you have to keep the cash cow flowing.
So if it was a real, and I would not have said a word if you A, let people in for free, B, did not have. What, you want to go to a funeral and buy I went to Charlie Kirk's funeral t-shirt? How fucking weird is that?
I do like grave hunting with archaeologists. I spend my falls and my springs in a Potter's Field cemetery every year. That was macabre for me. That's a little weird for me, and I'm the weird dead people guy.
Yep. But you know, I'll say this: just as someone who is part of the LGBT community, you know, I know a lot of our viewers may not be. Some of you may be allies. Some of you may be a part of it. But I will say this: Donald Trump has attacked the immigrant community, and it's slowly, one by one, eliminating them and getting them out of the country. He has started doing that with trans. Do you think he's going to stop there? Look at Project 2025. After that, he's going after gay people. After that, he's going to go after women who are having abortions or who are on, you know, using contraception without their husband's knowledge or on birth control without their husband's knowledge. There's a playbook. And if you think he's going to stop at a trans person, who, by the way, today he said that trans people are the reason that there's a deficit and we're in so much debt in this country because we're having to pay for sex changes. Fuck you, motherfucker. You can't have it both ways. They're less than 1% of the population. So how is that, those amount of people, going to bankrupt this country? Give me a fucking break. Eat my fucking dick. So, you know, he's also going after the disabled community, anyone that is different. So,
Anyone's a useless leader.
Yeah.
That's what they
sit back. But when you don't say anything for anybody else, don't be surprised when there's no one there to say anything for you when he comes after you next.
Well, with that being said,
no.
the more you know. With that being said, good year to register to vote. If you can get off your ass and you can vote for America's favorite player, it takes the exact same amount of time to do a voter registration form online. You should do that. Just vote.gov. Get all your information. Also, as a reminder, just on a reality TV note as well, we showed you how to do it earlier. This is going to be our last push and our last chance. Please do Queen Rachel right this season. She deserved better. Vote for America's favorite player, Rachel Riley.
And I'm just going to say this too. When you're out registering to vote, I don't care if you vote for whatever, but vote for people who are going to stand up to the hypocrisy that's in Washington, D.C. right now. I don't care if they're red. I don't care if they're blue. I don't care if they're in the middle. But have someone that is going to stand up to the bullshit and is not going to be a lapdog, because that's what we need. And what we really need is for the House and the Senate to flip. And I'm going to say something very controversial, but we need the House and Senate to flip, and they need to leave Donald Trump the fuck alone so he does not become a martyr. And he sits there and he turns out the last 2 years as a lame duck that can do not shit and take away every bit of power he has so that he can go off into the night.
Shut it down.
And as Dawn said, vote, vote, vote. If you're not happy with what's happening in this country right now, get out and vote. If you didn't vote the last time, that's your fucking problem. You should have gotten out and voted. You know. Exactly, Miranda. And it is very hard to feel like your vote matters, especially in a red state. But I will say this.
We use that data.
But don't. We are another year away before presidential, campaigning really starts to kick in. Don't wait till the year of elections, and don't wait till 6 months before to start paying attention. Start listening to candidates right away, and donate right away. And if you really want to see change, that's where you're going to see change at. Too many people wait until it's too late to actually do something that's going to help affect change or get a candidate that would be the change that you're looking for. Dakota Rain Wages. Hi, beautiful people. It's me, Valentina. I'm sorry, who? What?
Fan favorite, everyone. Fan favorite. It's Dakota.
Yes, we love Dakota. She will be back with us for the traders, I'm pretty sure. And we're going to have her for Meet with Joe Collins for RuPaul's Drag Race. And as Miranda says, please don't get stuck on one candidate. Be open-minded. Exactly. Anybody but Trump. That's what we're at. But anybody but Trump that's not going to suck his dick and be his lapdog. Because he wants to suck this. So according to Stormy Daniels, honey, and it's a fat mushroom head, and it's got a lot of cheese on it. Schmegma.
Allegedly.
Yes, allegedly.
Allegedly, that's.
Come after me, Donald Trump. What? You're already coming after me on everything else. Allegedly. Stormy Daniels said it. We all know you fucked her. Allegedly. But whatever. The more we talk about Trump, the higher our numbers are getting tonight.
That's no longer alleged. That's that was part of the felonies, so it's now a fact. It's no longer alleged.
Yeah.
Alleged.
And then did you see that he went after James Comey tonight?
Oh yeah, no, I saw that.
Yeah. So he's also going after his political enemies. And he also, as Miranda says, he wants to sue the UN because the escalator broke and because the teleprompter broke.
No, they didn't. We were running those. Your own staff runs the teleprompter. As far as the escalator, that was someone kicked a button, and the only people in front of him were his own people.
So, Donnie boy, hi. When you have a photographer going up on the escalator behind you backwards, and they're trying to get around so they can get a good picture of you, and their ass hits the button, it's going to take a minute or so for it to get back up and running, because that's just how it is. So it was nobody, no conspiracy. It's one of your staffers did that. And as far as your teleprompter not working at the UN, maybe if you didn't fire all of the competent people that knew how to do that job because of DEI, and instead put in dumbass privileged white kids that don't know what they're fucking doing because they're white and they've got the white privilege, then maybe your fucking teleprompter would have been working the way that it was supposed to, because you would have a communications team and a staff that actually knows what they're fucking doing instead of on their knees blowing your fucking dick.
Is it like a bunch of crusty, somewhere between 45 and 80-year-old people?
And Dakota says, without y'all, I wouldn't need to be congenial.
Oh.
This is true. And now that we have the votes to bring the Epstein files to the floor for vote. Yeah, y'all want to know what's in the Epstein files? Put in some people in office that are going to be able to put that through. And the Epstein files can get released. Because you know who's in them? His friend.
His best friend. So,
birthday card for him. Allegedly.
With titties. No, with titties.
With titties. And the same big ass fucking ugly signature that he's been using on all these big beautiful bills that he's been signing. Yeah, so yeah. You want to show us something, Donald Trump? You show us those files. You better show us those files.
Show us the fly. Okay. It's a little forward.
Just, you can do it. You have power. You're the man. You're the big man. You can show it to us. But you don't want to show it to us because you know what's in those files.
This is one of them times I wish Frank was here, because Frank will talk your ear off about politics, and he does not have a wrong read.
Yep, and he is suing everyone back, and that statue was everything. That statue was everything. But most importantly, everyone know what your fucking rights are, and know when your rights are being violated, and know when a politician is lying. Am I saying every politician is great? No. Every politician is probably to an extent because it's power. It's going to do that. But there are some that's going to fuck you in the ass, and some that are going to fuck you in the ass with lube. And I personally would rather be fucked in the ass with lube than no lube, because I'm not Ben.
Shady.
All right, well, we've been going for an hour and 23 minutes, so it is time for us to end this, because I got to go to work in the morning, and I need to get my beauty sleep, obviously, because look at all this growth. Joey, Joseph Collins, where can people find you at on social medias?
You can find me on Blue Sky, Nosferatu425. That's it.
And hold on. Oh. And thank you, Dakota. Acetaminophen is easy to pronounce. The ending is like minophen and acetaminophen. Acetaminophen. Like Epstein files. Thank you. I said how do we pronounce this word? And I'm not sure if we need to hear this, but I'm just going to say it because my niece is a new mom, and I know we have a lot of moms that watch. And if you are a mom out there, you already beat yourself up enough wondering if you do the right thing for your child as it is. Don't listen to this fucking buffoon who says that taking Tylenol or acetaminophen is bad. There's no scientific data to go behind that. There's no proof to that. And that is the one thing that you can take when you're pregnant that helps ease a little bit of the pain that you go through. So
Also,
don't feel guilty.
Fever is harmful to your baby. So it's the one thing you can't take Motrin when you're pregnant, or you can. You just have to be very, very limited with it because of your liver. Tylenol's pretty much or I think it's Tylenol. I can't remember. Mostly it's the kidneys, Tylenol's liver. I'm not sure. I'm not a doctor. I don't know which one. I just know that Tylenol is what you give pregnant. It's what they give you when you cannot take anything else.
But just in case you didn't hear it, you're a great mom. You're doing a great job. Don't listen to a fucking buffoon who has however many felony convictions, or RFK who has a brain worm in his fucking brain and is a fucking idiot. Listen to your doctor, because your doctor is going to have you and your baby's best interest at heart.
And listen to Kenzie, because this is the one felon she wouldn't fuck.
Here, I do have a limit, and this is it. Period. Anyway, with that said, y'all can follow me on social media. I am at Kenzie_reality. And you can also like us on Facebook. Follow the Couch Potato Queens on Twitter, on Instagram. Subscribe to our channel, Couch Potato Queens, on YouTube. Go on YouTube, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and click the bell notification so that you can be notified every time that we go live. We appreciate you guys so much. And we will be back here on Sunday night. At whatever time Big Brother ends to find out who the poor unfortunate soul is that won. Okay.
And to see Kelsey's reaction.
And fingers crossed that we piss off Joseph Boza and Sophie Dophie, and Rachel Riley wins the whole fucking season. And that's the mastermind's twist.
Here comes Rachel with a steel chair.
Anyway, thanks y'all for tuning in with us and spilling the tea right along with the Queen. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and follow us everywhere so you never miss a single shady moment. And remember, in this house, always wear your crowns. Bye.